Let's jump into some games where we know players are going to be playing, though. They matter greatly, and that's in college basketball as things are heating up. It's March, so has March Madness officially begun? The tournament hasn't, but has the madness begun?
Maybe the madness has begun. We'll start to see some of these lower level tournaments popping up throughout the weekend here, and some of the bigger ones will start next week, Higgins. So I'm excited for the conference tournaments. I'm excited for March Madness, and looking forward to a really good Thursday night, actually. Starting off with Michigan State at Michigan. That should be a great one.
It's going to be a fantastic one. It's the first of a back-to-back to end the regular season for these two. Not back-to-back nights, but back-to-back games facing the same opponent. This game's at Michigan. The next game's at Michigan State. And I think because of that reason, especially, I'm going to be on Michigan minus 12 here. Let's take a look at the Big Ten. Michigan is 15-5 against the spread this season. That's number one in the Big Ten. Michigan State is 8-16 against the spread this season. That is dead last in the Big Ten. So just based off of that, based off of the fact that Michigan's at home, Juwan Howard has done a fantastic job with this group of guys. I think minus 12 is going to be coverable in the first game, and then who knows what we see for the second game that's going to be in Michigan State.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this one, Higgins. Michigan in their last game get blown out by Illinois, so you think comeback spot, but Tom Izzo is synonymous with the month of March, and that calendar has turned, Higgins. So I'd have to see Izzo lose in March before I'm betting against him. So this is going to be a little bit of a wait and see. I'm actually kind of hoping Michigan State covers this one, and maybe I get Michigan on an even lower line than just like shifting home court would do, because Michigan's the better team here, no doubt about it. Higgins, to your point, Michigan's been fantastic all season. They'll be a one seed in the tournament. I really have a tough time picking teams to beat them, but to cover a double digit spread in a rivalry game, I could definitely write that narrative. So that's why I'm staying away.
You are making a great point for me potentially falling for the trap and you getting the cleanup in the next game. I feel confident in that, though. Michigan, the best in the Big Ten covering, Michigan State, the worst. I'm gonna follow the numbers here. I'm gonna follow the numbers. I'm gonna be doing that throughout the night. It's a little bit of a theme with some of my picks tonight, including with the next pick that I have, which is an SEC matchup versus an American matchup. Vanderbilt at Cincinnati. I'm taking Vandy plus 6.5.
Yeah.
Partly, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say this is kind of a surprise matchup when I saw it on the board, Higgins. You don't really see an out of conference matchup in early March, so it caught me by surprise.
You really don't, and it's interesting because Cincinnati at home. And you'll be the first to say I really loved Cincinnati in college football, didn't I?
Yeah, yes, you were a big fan.
But doesn't translate over to basketball apparently because Cincinnati against the spread this year is awful. They're 5-13, bottom of the American Conference. Meanwhile, Vanderbilt against the spread has actually done fantastic. They're second in the SEC, 10, 6, and 5 against the spread. So they at least push five times in their 21 games, but there's no push option here at plus 6.5. Maybe wait till it gets to 7 because that looks like where it's heading. But I'm gonna take with the hook. I'm gonna take them for the win.
All right, go Commodores, go Vandy. I'm on Arizona State at Colorado, Higgins. The spread in this one, Colorado's 11-point favorites. The over under is 147. I like Colorado minus 11 in this one, Higgins. Again, Arizona State has been terrible against the spread this year. Really one of the disappointing teams in college basketball this year. And Colorado's kind of caught some people by surprise. Um, people weren't familiar with their point guard, McKinley. He's a great player, true impact player, and I think he and Colorado get this done on. I didn't check it. I probably should have checked it before the podcast, but I assume, this is a late home game. It's got to be senior night. Like, this could be his last home game. They want to go out with a bang, Higgins, for this kid. They don't want to go out with a whimper.
Yeah, I mean, late in the regular season at altitude, I find that already with Arizona State at a disadvantage. They've been terrible against the spread all season. Colorado's third in the Pac-12 against the spread at 15-11. It's a 6 p.m. Pacific time game, so 9 Eastern. Late for you, around dinner time for us, getting off work for us over here on the West Coast.
Yeah, and it's in Colorado, so it'll be 7 local. So, normal time, I guess, for a tip off in Colorado. But yeah, I just like the Buffaloes -11. Again, I'm betting on kind of what you said, the numbers here. ASU is not great against the spread. Going to altitude, I like the Colorado team. They're playing well. They play good together. So the 11 points. It does open a backdoor opportunity for Arizona State. Anytime you're living in double digits with the spread, it always opens a backdoor. But we'll see what happens, Higgins. I like that -11.
And there's a few other top 25 games on Monday night, Brett, but the spreads are all really big. So I picked one game that was a double-digit favorite already. And there were a few other teams that I like, but they're 17.5 Kansas. I don't know if I'm confident enough to pull that. 16.5 Iowa. I don't know if I could do that either. I mean, some of these are just a little too big for me that maybe we'll see what it is Monday during the day, but not right now.